Alright, ready for Gen 2 now, I think. Chikorita line would probably honestly go under Healthy Stacks. Its evolution is literally called Bayleaf. Cyndaquil, what are you based on? Chinchilla armadillos. Well, it's still edible, I guess. So you would probably honestly go under emergency rations. Totodile, I know people eat crocodile in some places, but not really like something I'd eat every day. Centret and Ferret. Definitely edible. I think I put them under emergency rations. Edible, but can I live with myself eating a Centret? And Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Centret is colored gold, even when it's not shiny. Just think of it as like a tasty nugget. Hoot and Noctowl. They're birds. They're birds. Normally, if it was a bird, I put it in everyday meals. However, I feel like I would feel worse eating an owl than I would eating another bird. Think I'd put them in emergency rations. Ladybug. Are ladybugs poisonous? I feel like they are. The only time ladybugs are poisonous is if you eat them. Okay. So, yeah. Spiders. Emergency rations. I don't know exactly what kind of. Oh, actually, yeah, it would depend on what kind of spider Spinarak is based off of. Give me a second. What's the typing? It's poison, so it would probably kill you if you ate it. It is kind of brightly colored, which would usually imply it would be poisonous in some shape or form. Robot. Since you are an evolution of Zubat, you would probably also go into unhygienic. Lantern and Chinchou are so cute, and then their inspiration is very much not. Is anglerfish edible? Said to be entirely edible other than its bones. Its different parts are called the severed tools, and every part of its body except the bones, including the intestine, skin, and gills, are separated into 7 categories and made into delicious dishes. Okay. Rich in collagen and vitamins, anglerfish are pleasing both for the palate and body. One such dish is the anglerfish hot pot, a hearty stew flavored with anglerfish liver and miso blade. Okay. I guess you're a delicacy then. Originally, I was just going to put it into bland/tasteless, because it did look like it was mostly water. But if it is just based off anglerfish, then yeah, sure, why not? I don't think an anglerfish would be that tasty. Well, you have to, like, anglerfish are like really at the bottom of the ocean, and they would have to like be able to withstand very high pressures. So their bodies are actually probably quite dense in order to withstand undersea pressures. So there's probably a lot packed into a single body of an anglerfish. That is a questionable fact, though. I don't know much about anglerfish. I'm just making assumptions based on what I do in fact know. One fish on the surface that looks like a blob, but under the depths it looks like an actual fish. Yeah, a blobfish, I think it is. I think it's literally called a blobfish. Hold on. This guy. For the most part, I think I'm gonna put like evolutions and pre-evolutions in the same categories as their their family members from other gens, so. Cleffa and Igglybuff. Both junk food. Togepi. I feel like Togepi line would also be kind of. It might be me making an assumption because it is a fairy type. I almost want to put it in junk food, but I also want to kind of look at the Pokedex entry. I think I might actually put Togepi into everyday meals, actually. I don't think it's quite like the rest of the fairy type Pokemon that we've seen so far that are just probably just straight up taste like sugar and candy. Probably taste relatively normal. Natu and Xatu are just birds, right? Just put them straight into everyday meals. Maripline, they are literally just sheep. Straight there, straight into everyday meals. Like, would Blossom be as edible or less or more edible than like Gloom and Vileplume? Where did I put Gloom and Vileplume? I'm pretty sure I ranked Gloom in... Actually, yeah, I ranked Gloom as a gourmet meal. Do you still produce nectar? Because I think that was sort of like the deciding factor for Gloom. It doesn't say anything about producing nectar, so... I think I'll actually put you into everyday meals for Blossom. Next is Meryl. I don't know, this is just me because I think... because it's a water type. I almost want to put in bland or tasteless. Kind of like a beach ball as well, in that it might also just be mostly air. And like the actual like physical part of it might also just be mostly water. Sudowoodo, you're just a tree that pretends to be a grass type Pokemon, so I think you're basically inedible then. Politoed is very different from the rest of the Poliwag line, so... I feel like you'd be emergency food, honestly. Muppet is definitely edible, I think. Not sure what kind of level of edible it is, though. Because it does kind of look like a radish, honestly. I think they're mostly just based off dandelions, this entire line is. I'm pretty sure you can eat dandelions. I'd probably put them in under, like, healthy snack. Though I'm not entirely sure the, like, the health benefits of eating dandelions. Apom. Actually, just the fact that you're a monkey makes it questionably ethical, so, yeah. Sunkern and Sunflora, can't eat sunflower seeds, so, healthy snacks. Yanma. Don't know if you can eat dragonflies. They're edible, but can be a pain to catch because of how fast and dexterous they are, unless you know the trick to catching dragonflies, which is to, move your finger around in a circle in front of them. So it's definitely edible. I wouldn't... I don't like eating bugs. So, emergency rations. Both the OG Wooper and, the new Wooper. Let's see, are axolotls edible? Are edible. That picture of the fried axolotls, I don't like that. Those poor guys, man, I'll put them under emergency. Is it morbidly questionable for me? It definitely is, but for most people, I feel like it would go under emergency rations. Paldean Wooper, I think would kill you. It is poison type. Yeah, for y'all who don't know, I really like axolotls. I think they're neat. They're neat little creatures. I don't want to see them get hurt or eaten, honestly. Next is Espeon Umbreon. I feel like Espeon and Umbreon would both be very much just emergency food-esque. I don't think they'd be... wait. For Umbreon, when agitated, this Pokemon protects itself by spraying poisonous sweat from its pores. Yeah, Espeon is probably emergency food. Well, it would really depend exactly like how much the poison is really integrated into Umbreon's system then. If it's just in like its sweat glands, then you can easily remove that then. So I'll put it under potentially unhygienic for now. Wait, I didn't do Murkrow, did I? I sure didn't. You're a bird. Slowking would still be gourmet meal. The composition of its body hasn't changed too much, only its mind, which might get actually questionably ethical. But we'll just ignore that part for now. I do need to check with the stuff for Galarian Slowking though. Yeah. You would kill me if I ate you. Misdreavus. It is possible that Misdreavus just might be incorporeal, which means inedible. They have every single form of unknown here. It's like eating alphabet soup, I guess. I'll put them on their bland or tasteless. I don't think they're inedible. I feel like Wobbuffet has something weirdly weird about its physiology in like some Pokedex entry. Oh, but only just says stuff about its tail, okay. Likely based on a punching bag, that is, when it is hit, it bounces back. I feel like Wobbuffet would actually be almost like bland or tasteless if it's like a punching bag then. Traffic, I feel like is definitely edible at least. But I'd probably honestly put it in like emergency rations. Pineco and Forester. Or Fortress. I'll check Fortress's Pokedex entries actually. Entire body is shielded by a steel hard shell. What lurks inside the armor is a total mystery. I feel like just because of that, you guys are almost like a delicacy then. Or actually, I'll put Pineco under healthy snacks and then Forester, Forestress, Fortress, and Gourmet Meal. So gourmet that we don't know what it tastes like. Dunsparce. I feel like it's definitely edible. If you wanted to eat it, put you under emergency rations, I guess. I can't lie, I don't remember a lot of the Gen 2 Pokemon. It's like a flying scorpion, isn't it? Actually, honestly, put it in everyday meals if it has like some like lobster connotations. Steelix is completely inedible. Snubble, okay. I'd put you probably just an emergency food, actually. Quillfish? Quillfish is a Pokemon I constantly forget exists, but I would actually put you in Gourmet Meal. Just because of how Fugu is in real life. I kinda wanna try it, but also I am scared. Scizor does talk quite a bit about how it has a pretty steel hard body. But I also kind of feel like if you like crack the shell a little bit, there's gonna be like some gooey goodness inside there, so Snuggle is 100% edible. I would honestly say put it honestly in like everyday meals. Actually, drugs. It ferments berries and shell. I feel like if you ate it, it might you might get a little bit drunk. Heracross. Emergency rations, I think. It's regular Sneasel and Hisuian Sneasel. It's definitely edible. I'm not quite sure what kind of edible it would be. Probably just put them both in emergency food. Hisuian Sneasel is also poison type, but I think the poison type should just be in like its claws. So it wouldn't kill you if you eat it, as long as you prepared it properly. Actually, I'll put it in potentially unhygienic then. Teddy Ursa, bear meat is pretty good. Slugma. Slugma? Slugma. Magma is just a liquid rock, so yeah, you would just be inedible. If not, it would just straight up kill you. Swinub and Pillow-Swine. Definitely edible. Actually, I'd honestly actually put them in like everyday meals, I think. Corsola. I know like some animals eat coral, but I don't know if humans can eat coral. It's not safe to eat coral because many types of coral contain toxins known as perotoxins. Chemicals released as a defense mechanism to deter predators can cause breeding. Okay, yeah, it would kill you. Yeah, no, I think they would just kill you. I thought I remembered like reading somewhere that Corsola has like a very slimy body on the inside. So like maybe if you like broke up all of the coral pieces, you could eat it. But nope, it would just kill you. Remoraid kind of looks like honestly like the little fishies that you have in Bugonista. So totally edible. Totally edible. Tillery also edible. Remoraid evolves into Octillery, right? How does that work? I'm not entirely sure how that works. Okay. Delibird, you're also edible. Everyday meals. Mantine. I feel like people eat stingrays. Yeah. Stingrays you can eat just fine, honestly. Skarmory is a metal bird. I don't know if it has like a soft body underneath its like armor or something though. It might. Skarmory is entirely encased in hard protective armor. This Pokemon flies close at 190 miles per hour. It slashes foes with its wings that possess sword-like cutting edges. Yeah, but does it have like a soft inner body that I could eat? Well, it does say that the body is encased, so I'll put it here for now, I think. Actually, what I really should do, actually... where did I put, Fortress? Put it in Gourmet Meal. I should put it in, some parts are edible, actually. Houndour and Houndoom, I guess I'll put you in emergency food. Don't want to think too hard about it. Kingdra... Where did I put... Horsey. I should put Horsey and Bland are tasteless, so I think I'll put Kingdra in the same. Banfi. I'm pretty sure people eat elephants, so. Paragon 2, straight up inedible. We can't eat computer data. Though that'd be pretty neat, honestly. Sandler is just a deer. Just a deer. Deer meat is actually quite good. Like, I don't get to eat deer meat very often, but it is actually quite good. I like to eat it, prepared in the same way, we make, like, beef tapa. It is very good that way. Like, what is your name? What is this Pokemon's name? I can't remember. Smeargle, okay. Do you want to check what exactly the paint from its tail is? Special fluid oozes from the tip of its tail. It paints fluid everywhere to mark its territory. That would imply it would be some sort of bodily fluid that would emit some sort of smell. Once it becomes an adult, it has a tendency to let its comrades plant footprints on its back. Smeargle likes to have its friends step on it. Okay. Doesn't really say anything about it being... about the fluid from its tail being like... I don't know, red and not unhygienic, but it kind of gives me that, those kind of vibes, so, I'm gonna put you in potentially unhygienic. Tyrogue and Hitmontop are both questionably ethical to eat. So is Smoochum. Elekid and Magby, you guys can just go in the same spots where I put Electabuzz and Magmar. Miltank, easy, you go into everyday meals. I put Chansey in emergency rations, okay. I'll do the same with Happiny then. Legendary Beast. I don't think any of the legendary beasts would be, like, inedible. It'd also be kind of fucked up to kill them again. I put them in emergency food, I think. Next is Larvitar. Needs soil, so it probably tastes like soil. Probably also has like a very hard outer shell, which would probably honestly make it inedible. Lugia and Ho-Oh. I mean, they're both birds. Both birds. I feel like they would both honestly be gourmet meals. And then Celebi, I think, is just kind of like an onion. Yeah, I think this is good for Gen 2, actually. Yeah.